I have a little story to tell, and it has to do with the fact that I needed to take a short road trip a couple of weekends ago, and I had a little cargo to take with me. So I needed to put some things in the car. Now, of course, the Tesla is not quite big enough to do that. Yeah, the RAV4 is about the same dimensions as the Tesla, but because of that extra cargo space in the back, it allowed for a little more flexibility, and I could take the things I needed to take with me and go on this little road trip. Now, it wasn't very far, but it was a few hours away, and I did drive on the highway. And here's where the interesting things happened. Now, I'd never really taken my wife's car on a road trip before, so it was kind of interesting to kind of see the differences between that car and the Tesla. Now, to be fair, there were a couple of things about the car that weren't really car specific, but it was kind of interesting that they worked out that way. The first was that I used the adaptive cruise control in the car. Now, the Tesla in autopilot has the adaptive cruise control, but if you don't get autopilot, you don't have that feature. You have standard cruise control. So you set a speed and it stays at that speed and will continue to go at that speed, and you have to slow down and speed up accordingly based on what traffic is doing. The adaptive cruise control reacts to what's happening around you and slows down and speeds up based on the traffic patterns around you. I found that feature to be absolutely amazing. I've never used it before. I've never had it in a car before, so I thought that was really, really cool, and I really did like it. Now, I think it came standard in the model she got. She had done some package upgrades and done some things to get the full safety features, and I think it was buried in one of those features, but I don't know where exactly. But it came standard on her car. She didn't, I mean, with all the packages she bought. So she didn't really have to get anything extra. I don't think it comes standard on the car naturally. I'm not sure about that. But in any case, it had it on there, and it was really, really cool. It was just nice to be able to set the cruise control and just drive, and the car would slow down and speed up accordingly. And when you'd see it was slowing down, you could go ahead and change lanes and it would speed back up. That's really cool. Now, as you may know, I did not get autopilot on my car. I saved the $3,000 on the price of the car by not getting autopilot. Most of the features I'm still not ready for to take on and actually do the autopilot type features. The adaptive cruise control is the one that I would make an exception about, and I'm kind of sad and sorry that Tesla doesn't offer that as an add-on individually, because that one I might actually pay for. Now, in the future, they may. I've heard some rumors that there's the possibility that they may add some features that you can basically pay for in a la carte instead of having to buy the whole thing. But so far, I haven't seen that happen. But kind of a cool thing, and I might be willing to pay for that because that was a really neat thing. Now, I don't drive that much on the highway, so it doesn't matter to me that much. But I thought it was really kind of neat, and I really did like that feature. And that's one feature that I really kind of wish my Tesla had. The second thing had to do with the Apple Carplay. Now, you know, a lot of cars allow for Apple Carplay to play on your car, and Tesla does not do that. They have their standard entertainment system, their infotainment system, if you will, their complete navigation and everything that's built in, and it's a really good system. I like it. But the Apple CarPlay does some things that are really specific and very well integrated with my phone. I happen to have an iPhone, so it's really well integrated with it. And it allows for easy access to phone calls, to messages. I like the fact that I can integrate with Google Maps sometimes when I need something. I know in Google Maps I can share the destination with the Tesla app, and it will automatically calculate for me and do the routing. So that's a nice feature. But because it's right there and it's in my phone and I'm using my phone, I can actually just go ahead and start navigating. That's kind of nice. The other thing I really like, and this is very trivial in a way, is this integration with the apps that are on the phone. And the specific one, when I'm traveling, I like to listen to podcasts. I turn on podcasts all the time and I'm listening to them. Now, I use a third-party app that's called Pocket Casts. And I like this app. I've tried several different apps, and the reason I like this app a lot is because it's always consistent with where it picks up and ends when you get out of it, you stop using your phone. So I use my phone, I download the podcasts I'm interested in, I start them, and then when I stop them, if I go back to my phone later, it picks up in the same place. If I go to my iPad later, it picks up in the same place. If I pick up it on my computer, it picks up in the same place. It's really, really neat that way, and it makes it easy to kind of continue podcasts. And I can also create sort of this podcast playlist that makes it really easy. So I can be at home, I can be sitting at the kitchen table and go ahead and create a playlist of things that I want to have. And when I get to my car, all I have to do is hit play. Now, I can, of course, connect that up to the Tesla through the app there, the connectivity feature, so I can go ahead and just play it through my phone, and then it will play there. But if I want to fast forward, rewind, or do something else, I have to reach down to the console to be able to push it, which is kind of a pain when you think about how that works. It's kind of painful to have to reach all the way down to try to change what you're listening to. Where on Apple CarPlay, it's right on the screen, and I can actually just change it right there, or I can pick another thing I want to listen to because it's literally right there within my field of view. And it's so trivial. Now, I know that the Tesla has several different apps that they use to allow for listening to podcasts, like TuneIn and Spotify and things like that. And you can also search for it and find your podcast that way. But the problem is I can't pick up a podcast from somewhere else that I was listening to it and then continue to listen to it in my car, unless I do it through the phone. Again, very trivial, but kind of important to me. And I really wish Tesla would allow for Apple CarPlay to work in the car. That would be really nice. Just do it in a window or something so that I could play with it and actually use my phone more efficiently. Because the thing is, Apple put a lot of effort into making the phone integrate into your car to this Apple CarPlay, and Tesla doesn't quite have that connectivity to the phone itself. It's sort of missing a piece there to the puzzle where it doesn't have that easy connectivity. So that's one of those things that's sort of missing. So I don't mean this to sound like an advertisement for that specific app, because it's not. There are several apps that do it, but this one really works well for me. Like I said, I tried out several apps, and that was the one that worked the best for me. So just kind of interesting that the way this worked out, and I find it kind of fascinating that Tesla has a couple of things that other car companies maybe do better. Now, nobody's quite surpassed Tesla in the concept of the whole electric network and having this ability to easily get a car and get it up and running, and having it out there. But I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I wanted to share that with you. Like I said, very quick. Just wanted to talk about those couple of things. The road trip was successful. We got done what we needed to get done. It was fine, but it was really interesting to have that happen and be able to use that car. By the way, the RAV4, very comfortable. Enjoyed driving it. The gas mileage on it was great. Really didn't have to worry about gas or anything, since I didn't have to stop to charge. It made that trip easier for what I was doing. Like I say, that with the Tesla, it's more about the journey than it is the destination in some ways. But in this case, it was actually nice just to have the journey be simple and just be able to get to my destination, just the way it worked out that time. And it depends on every situation's different, but that worked out for me pretty well. And that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you about.